So we play those 4 parts twice in the intro. So what we have is then the next section, what we do is now what I'm doing here is I start off before as usual, so it's 0, open A string, 3rd fret pull off to open A string, then 5th fret pull off to open A string. But then what I'm doing is I'm playing 3rd fret of that E string there with the 1st finger, and then 2nd fret. So you have this. And then the next section, what I do is I hammer on from open A string to the 3rd fret. And then what I'm playing is a kind of 7th chord shape, a D7 shape here. And what this is, I've got my 2nd finger, 5th fret of the A string, 1st finger's 4th fret of the D string, and my 3rd finger's playing the 5th fret of that G string. And what I do is play that note there, and then what I do is I kind of rake the chord with the downstroke, and then I play the open B string with an upstroke. Once again, solo. So when you put the bits together, we have in the next part we take this kind of and essentially kind of play up high, 2 frets higher. So we do. So I'm doing open A string 5, 5th fret the A string pulling off, 7th fret the A string pulling off, and then 5, 4 in the E string. And then what we have is we're playing 7th fret pull off to the A string. So I'm playing 7, 0, and then 3rd fret of the E string, and then we pull off to open E string, and we end it with 2nd fret the D string. So you have this. That sort of idea there. That's the kind of rhythm of it. So it's like a triplet. So after we've done our, we have a quick position shift here right up to here. So what I'm doing is playing another kind of 7th chord shape here. So what I'm playing is 1st finger 12th fret of the E string, 2nd finger is on the 12th fret of the D string, and the 3rd finger is on the 13th fret of the G string. And this 1st finger is beating that A string, so it's going to be E7 here. So I take that shape and essentially move it down to the 6th fret here. So I'm doing, and it's all even durations of the chords. And when I get to the 6th fret, once I've played this chord here, a bit of wide vibrato with the tremolo arm. So if I play that again, so once I've done that chord, we go back into the riff again. Now instead of now going, we now go as before, but then what I'm doing next is hammering on the 2nd finger to the 5th fret of the A string, and then I'm playing 3rd finger 5th fret of the G string. So it's just like that. Then what I have is a little diminished run. So I'm playing a little diminished arpeggio here. So what I'm doing is starting the 6th fret of the A string with the 1st finger, then I play 9th fret of the A string, then I play 7th fret of the D string, then 10th fret of the D string, then my 1st finger plays 8th, then 7 on the G string. A bit slower. So it's quite a fast little run. So when you put it in with the previous bit, so our next section is these kind of little horn-like runs. So what I'm doing here to begin with is play open E string. Then what I'm doing is I'm playing, it's almost like a kind of D minor shape, this triad up here. So my 1st finger's 12th fret of the high E string, 3rd finger's on the 14th fret of the B string, and my second finger is playing the 13th fret of the G string. And what I do is I slide down a fret, the whole shape just down a fret, and then move it down another one and play it. So I have. Now the second section, what we do is open E string again. This time it's barring across the 9th fret on the G, B and E strings, and I strum that, and then move down a fret and slide from the 8th fret there to the 7th fret. So you have this. After the horn runs, we go back into the riff again. This time we end it with a sustained note, 5th fret of the E string. If we put all that together, this is what we get.